She was there. I drove by. She was there. Had to come by again to be sure. Then it was easy. She looked past them, saw me, felt the difference. She was drawn to it. I felt her uncertainty as she came closer, but it didn't matter. They're always looking for the edge. They know I can take them there. They know what they're getting into. She didn't hesitate to lean into me, letting my flesh absorb her warmth. She didn't know what to say. They never do. She talked enough for both of us, but she didn't know what to say. Drugs. Funny what they make people do. I needed to know. Shouldn't really take them home. But the basement's deep, and the trains are always going by. Gets so you don't notice much of anything down there. She didn't beg. Squirmed a lot, but she didn't beg. I hate when they squirm. Makes things more complicated than they should be. It's not the blood. It's never the blood. There's just more pain. More than she deserved. More than I deserved. Purpose. Direction. I had them both after the streetwalker gave up the address. I told her how these things separate us from animals. Animals like the man she called D. D worked the playgrounds, spreading the disease. He was a jackal, feeding on the weak, the young. It was his powder I pulled from my brother's 14-year-old corpse. Dropped a sample in his mail the next day. Told him I had enough to get started, but I'd rather dump it off and move on. His greed would draw him in. He'd come, figuring on an angle that would bend me over and let him take a ride. Didn't matter. As long as he came, it wasn't going to do him any good. Laughter welled up from deep inside the emptiness as he approached. I controlled it as the animal stopped at what he assumed to be a safe distance. He sized me up, his confidence riding on the metal bulge beneath his left arm. It was almost too easy. D would spend the day in my trunk, begging me to let him out. And when I did, he'd try to claw his way back inside. 3 days. If he was alive after that, he'd be praying for release.